This is amazing, as we've seen Jordan Walsh, amongst an abundance amount of other Celtics, dominate in their two-season home openers in the preseason, and this is going to make the Celtics unstoppable going into this year. So how will a player like Jordan Walsh fit in with this team and find a role in between Brad Stevens' offense within Joe Mazzulla's team? We're going to be discussing and breaking down all of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Velez. You guys are absolutely fantastic, showing your love and support. I want to say shout out to everyone that came through in the stream yesterday. We were live watching the preseason game, and we're going to be live once again on Tuesday, tomorrow, when the Celtics take on the Raptors in Toronto this time. So if you want to come join us for the live stream, come hang out. Make sure to hit the like button and stay tuned with that. We'll be live at 7 o'clock for the game. Without further ado, though, let's dive into the video at hand. Make sure to grab a snack. Like I said in the introduction, he is the real deal, and he is going to take over for the Celtics team, as Jordan Walsh has looked unstoppable so far with this Boston Celtics squad and looked like a completely different player from the Summer League this season. So as we all know, Jordan Walsh last year, drafted in the second round, came in with this team. Little of a synopsis, looked really good in that Summer League, was one of the three best players, and a lot of Celtics fans thought he'd crack the rotation, get some time, including myself. And unfortunately for us, we did not see that this year, as Brissett and Stevens kind of took over those backup wing minutes alongside Hauser, and a player like Walsh spent a majority of the season in Maine, learning and developing how to become a better two-way player. And Walsh, this offseason and coming into this year, a lot of fans were hyped up upon. During the Summer League, he didn't have the greatest Summer League, looked a little inconsistent, didn't look as comfortable as he has, but in this preseason, he has looked electrifying so far, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to let you know that we have seen a different Jordan Walsh. So let's dive in and let's look at this, as we want to look at the score of last night's game. As we all know, they came out and beat the Raptors by 4 points, but it was a beatdown beforehand. No Celtic starters played, and Jordan Walsh was absolutely fantastic in this game. 6 for 12 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3-point range, a double-double with 10 points, and just looking fantastic. And if we want to look at his game from the night before, on when they took on the 76ers in another blowout victory, Walsh once again was fantastic, this time shooting 75% from the field and 3 for 3 from 3-point range. In Abu Dhabi, he looked great as well, not hesitating on jump shots and really coming into his own. And that's what I like to see with Jordan Walsh. Noelle Dalzell, I think, put it perfectly over on Twitter with one of her tweets, where Jordan Walsh was going underneath the basket and he went for a nice layup, and he just looks more comfortable. And someone commented, it's just saying that he looks better in these shoes. He looks like he's understanding the game. It's coming slower to him, and that's what is perfect. He's seeming like he's just more comfortable, more relaxed, and exactly, the game is just coming to him, and it's just slowing down, and it's just becoming easier for him to make these plays. Walsh also is one of the most selfless players on this Celtics team. Yesterday, there were multiple times where he was grabbing rebounds and kicking it out. There was one specifically where Neemias Queta went up for offensive board, missed. Jordan Walsh came down with his missed opportunity, and instead of going up for the basket right underneath alongside Queta, who's boxing out the other big in Toronto, he instead just kicks it out to the three-point line and finds Lonnie Walker, who drills it to keep the Celtics 4 for 4 and 100% from three-point range. Those are the smart plays and the plays that I like to see from Jordan Walsh, and something that we've kind of known with Jordan Walsh coming into this season. When Jordan Walsh was drafted last year at Media Day, he said he wanted to do all the intangibles, do all the dirty work, be the guy that does the little things, diving for loose balls, making those hard-nosed plays. And I'm telling you, he is about that life. He doesn't care if he gets 15, 20 points. He just wants to help the team win. As long as he's playing good and doing the job that he's supposed to do, that's what he's going to succeed in. And he also did that, cleaning offensive boards, finding the knack for them, getting 10 of them yesterday and getting a double-double. And sometimes coming down with it and passing out, but also being able to come down with it and go up with it for a second chance to get some points as well to help the Celtics on those offensive boards. Like I said, Jordan Walsh has been fantastic, and he's looking really, really solid as this backup wing. Let me know what you guys think down below so far on Jordan Walsh. But that kind of goes into next, where is he going to fit in with this squad, and how is he going to kind of gel in? As we all know, the Celtics team brought back basically everyone from last year, besides O'Shea Brissett and Svi Mykhailiuk, and the only player that's really coming in is Baylor Scheierman. And both O'Shea Brissett and Svi Mykhailiuk didn't necessarily really play that big of a role or those big minutes for the Boston Celtics. As we all know, the starting five is still here: Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett, who's also looked fantastic in these preseason games so far, have really cemented themselves within this Celtics core. And then it's just the other players kind of competing for those extra spots. Players like Tillman and Kada kind of looking to be those other backup bigs. Players like Walsh and Lonnie Walker looking to kind of cement themselves and kind of find themselves their own roles within this team. And then even the likes of the guys like Drew Peterson, JD Davidson, Anton Watson on the two-way, Dimitrios Skapinstev on the Exhibit 10 contract, Ron Harper Jr. on the 10 contract, just trying to figure out where they fit in. But with Walsh, I think he fits in perfectly to this O'Shea Brissett role, and that's what a lot of people have been kind of predicting him to kind of take over. And I think that's seemingly where he'll fit in. Now, like we said, Brissett didn't get the most minutes or the most opportunity, and I think that's kind of fitting for where Walsh is in his career. But I do really like Walsh playing that role. Walsh similarly can be that really good defender and kind of do it all player similar to O'Shea Brissett. He doesn't have, in my opinion, the knack for the aggressiveness on the and the high energy on the offensive rebounds. That's kind of translated to Kada. But Walsh still has the knack to be a good rebounder and to fight for those boards. I just don't think it's going to be seen as crazy as an impact as maybe O'Shea Brissett would when he comes in for 2 minutes, grabs 3 boards, and then can come right out. But I do think that Walsh can still present that rebounding quality and still that big man body as well. And one thing that Walsh presents that we haven't really seen with O'Shea Brissett is that better 3-point percent shooting. With Brissett, he wasn't the greatest 3-point percent shooter, so he was more of a small ball five, you know, a multi-purpose wing defender, just high crash rebounder. Whereas Walsh can stretch out and hit that three ball effectively. We saw yesterday 1 for 4, the night before 3 for 3 in Abu Dhabi. He looked more comfortable as well, even when there was times where he was hesitating with his jump shot, still feeling comfortable to pull up and drain it. And his jump shot just looks more pure as well. We saw yesterday as well, specifically with the 1-3 that Walsh made. It was a catch and shoot three on the wing where he just took it and boom, it just looked fluid. Like he had no hesitation at all. Like, I'm going to catch this and I'm going to let it fly. And that's what I want to see out of my rookies and something that I can see him growing to. I think when he was drafted, I said he could be a version of Grant Williams, if not better, for this team, kind of doing that all and being that 3-and-D wing and stretching out. And we haven't really seen him live up to that 3-point percentage so far in the NBA, besides this preseason, which is just an early hint. But if he can live up to this and keep this percentages and keep this efficiency down, I'm telling you, he is going to be that little Grant Williams-esque replacement where he's going to do it all, be a big body, helping out, getting boards, kind of playing that Brissett role, but also being able to stretch out and hit the three-pointer at the same time. A little bit of a combination of both of those players, and something that I really think is integral to the Celtics team and key. Having another wing that can be able to do that, because we saw last season, Sam Hauser's a fantastic shooter. I do not want to hate on him. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. But that's his trait. That's his key, is his three-point shooting and his defense at the rim. If he is having an off night where he is 0 for 4 or 0 for 5 from three-point range and they're still trying to find him, there's no secondary scorer off the bench. Maybe a guy like Walsh can come in after that second or third set of Hauser not looking the greatest and kind of bring in and see if he can add that ample three-point shooting. If he is looking good, if he can still contribute on that side and is also playing that solid defense, maybe he gets the nod over Walsh in that, or over Hauser in that second half of that game to kind of show out and stick out. And then that ultimately grows Walsh to get more opportunities. Not saying that's for sure going to happen, but I also think does help out the Boston Celtics because, like we said, if Jaylen Brown, if Jayson Tatum is having a bad night from 3-point shooting, and Sam Hauser also is, it is a little bit of an inefficiency on that bench unit where the Celtics are asking who can be our bench scorer to really step out and to help us win this game. And last year we didn't see that as an abundance thing, but it did happen in some instances. And with having Jordan Walsh being that extra scorer and possibly even being that great of a legitimate 3-point shooter, he can maybe add to that and also be that for the Boston Celtics as well. Not only just a high energy rebounder, a high guy that's going to be able to do everything on the defensive side and be able to just do it all, but also be able to hit that 3-point shot for the Celtics. So like I said, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. How do you guys feel about Jordan Walsh? Like I said, I think he deserves those O'Shea Brissett minutes. They're not that many of minutes to be given, but I do think he deserves those instances. If the Celtics need some high energy rebounding, they need some extra defense, throw a guy like Walsh out there, let him help out, and also let him stretch out to that 3-point line and see if he can officially hit some shots for the Celtics. Because like I said, if he can be a knockdown 3-point shooter, he could even increase his minutes in this role and even ensure himself a bigger role with this Celtics team throughout the season. But like I said, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, showing your love and support throughout the entire offseason and over on Celtics Digest. Godfrey and I are really, really appreciative of that. We've had some nice guests over on the channel throughout the offseason. We've had some good live streams, and we're all going to have that keep continuing it throughout the season. So if you want to stay up to date, keep up on everything regarding this Celtics team, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Drop down what you think down below in the comments. I love reading and commenting back to you guys. And once again, I'm Bruce Velez. Have a great rest of your day, and go Boston Celtics. Peace out, everybody.